Hey everybody, welcome to another action-packed, exciting episode of Scotty's Record Shop. On this particular episode, we're doing something a little different and on a little bit of a different day. Usually they're on Saturdays, right? We usually drop videos on Saturdays. But I wanted to do something that everybody else has been doing, and I almost feel like I have to apologize because you're getting hammered with all of these same videos. But I want to do my review of the new McCartney album. I'm not going to do the unboxing. There's somebody, I don't want to pick on anybody. I want to try to keep this as positive as possible, like I always do. But there's one person who I think very highly of, has done 3 videos so far of this album. And it's only been out for what, 4 days here in America. Good for them. You know, for doing that, they're getting a lot of views. I just I just want to talk about this. The Boys of Dungeon Lane released here in America on the 29th of May, which was we're on the 1st. This is being taped on the 1st of June. So just a few days ago, I actually got a digital copy from someone the day before. Somebody over in the UK was kind enough, and maybe not all that legal, but that's life, sent me a copy so that I could review it and listen to it. Thank you very much. Because I knew I was going to buy it. So anyway, produced by Andrew Watt, who is really interesting because he's the guy that did the Rolling Stones' last album, Hackney Diamonds, and is doing has done the new Rolling Stones album, which is coming out really soon, which you'll get a review of here as well. And I'm really excited about that album because Hackney Diamonds was a great album. I didn't realize this until I actually saw it in another video, that he actually had produced the last 2 Ozzy Osbourne albums, which were really good, especially the very last one he did, Patient Number 9. Down the road, not too far away, kids, we are going to be talking about Ozzy Osbourne. We have the passing of Ozzy coming up here in July, right? There may be a ranking video coming around the corner. Just a little hint. I know some of you are asking for more, some more rock and roll-ish kind of stuff, and it's cool. I really appreciate people's comments. I'm trying to get to all of them. Like I say, I read them all. I don't necessarily always comment, but I do read each and every one of them. Okay, so Andrew Watt produced this, and first single came out a month ago or something like that, and some people were like, okay, this is okay, I guess. Days We Left Behind. I was kind of like, okay, this is okay. Knowing how good Andrew Watt was, I was kind of a little like, okay. I other people were like, it's an instant classic. I wasn't there. I do love the song. Don't get me wrong. And in the context of the album, it works really, 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 really well. Okay. So I was, and I've got to make it very clear, although anybody who knows me personally or has been watching, and especially if you watched my Paul McCartney ranking video, album ranking from last year, you know what I think of McCartney 3. I won't rehash that. I won't relitigate it. Let's just say I don't like it very much. I'm not one of these people that were like, you know, I just don't like it. So when I heard there was a new album coming out, I was thinking, and then when Days We Left Behind came out, I was like, okay, it's a nice song. But, so last Thursday, the 28th, when I got my little digital copy from my friend sent over, I was surprised. When I first started listening to this, the very, very first track on this album kind of opens with a spoken word piece, a little section. And I was instantly like, oh no, oh shit, this is. And then it opened up, and it was like, okay, wait a minute, this is not what I'm expecting. This album was not what I was expecting. Thankfully, uh, even though when it first started, I was, like I said, oh no, the old guy's doing this spoken word thing, and it's gonna be no. And as this thing kept going on, it was like, no, wait a minute, this is really good. This is really, really, really good. Now, um, the Ringo Starr slash Paul McCartney single, which was the second single that came off of this. If you want to call them singles, I feel weird calling them singles because I don't know. A single is a 45 to me. I'm from that age, from that age group. But the second song released from this LP, really, I wasn't jumping for joy about it. I thought it was okay. It kind of, I don't want to be cruel when I say this, and I certainly don't want to piss anybody off, but it kind of was just an atypical Ringo Starr generic, not a bad song. A just listen to a lot of the most recent, not the country albums, but more recent Ringo albums. They're okay. They're pleasant. They're predictable. They're peace and love. They're, I and this kind of had that feel. Although the lyrics were, not like that, but musically it was kind of that uppity kind of peace and love kind of Ringo thing that he just churns out and churns out. Not a bad song. It certainly was better than anything on McCartney 3. This album, when you get towards the end, for me, this was the very, very first listen. I've listened to this probably 7 or 8 times now, at least. The first listen, when I got towards the end, not the last track. The last track was really interesting, but like Salesman Saint and the track that came before that, Last Star or First Star. I can't see. I'm trying to do this and go by memory here. I didn't care that much for that song, and it's still probably my least favorite song on the album. I like the sentiment in it. Don't get me wrong. It just, I don't know. I just and Salesman Saint was okay. It was weird. The first time I heard that song, I didn't expect the kind of big band kind of 40s kind of horn stuff that comes in at the end. It threw me off, and it didn't work initially. It really didn't work, only because the music doesn't. It's not. It's like putting two different styles of music together that just kind of didn't gel well, and especially if you don't see it coming. Now I know that it's coming, so I'm a little more used to it. It's not. It's interesting. Those two songs are probably my least favorites on this album. Mountaintop. The first time I heard that, it was like, what the hell? This trippy. I mean, it's talking about tripping, and let's get ourselves together here, guys. We're tripping. We got to get it together. I really dug that song. It was like, wow, it's really, really, really different. It's just a lot of good music on this album. Now, where would I rate this album? Sonically, also, I don't think it sounds that bad. I am not a big fan of modern production. The super duper duper, and I've noticed this a lot. I noticed it on Egypt Station. I noticed it on McCartney 3. Very dry mixes with a ton of compression. Right, the pianos are just like flat as a turd. It's just not. But it's the current modern sound, kind of. I think not as much on here. Andrew Watt really, he made a modern sounding record without compromising. This is opinion. Obviously, this is all opinion, but without compromising McCartney. I think at times, like on Egypt Station and stuff like that, I think that he kind of that the production on that kind of compromise. It just didn't work for me. I obviously it sold really well. McCartney 3 was a number one album. Of course, it had nothing to do with them releasing 75,000 different variants. It had nothing to do with it, I'm sure. And I'm sure this will end up being a number one album because we don't have 75,000 variants, but we're probably up to about, what, 60,000 at this point in time. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm just not. If you want to have 37 different colored pieces of vinyl, God love you. If you can afford it, this is what I've got. This is what I'm getting. This is all I'm getting. This is all I need. I'm very happy. And I am very happy with this. The first time I heard this, when I put it on my Facebook page, I said, this is as good as Flaming Pie. Is it still as good as Flaming Pie? Maybe not as good as Flaming Pie. I get a new vibe from this. And I get the same feeling when I listened to New for the first time. It was like I really dug New. I dug that album. It was fresh sounding. McCartney was sounding modern, but he wasn't compromising it. And same thing here. This sounds pretty modern, but it's very McCartney. You know what I mean? So, I didn't think of this, but some people want you to rate this album, 1 to 10 or something. I hate to keep pounding this into you guys, but 1 being probably McCartney 3, or I don't even. I think Press to Play is better than McCartney 3, and I don't like Press to Play very much. And 10 being Ram and Band on the Run and those albums. By the way, check out my video. Just do a little search on my channel for my McCartney ranking. If you are so interested, so inclined. I would give this probably 6.5, 7, maybe, and that's pretty damn good. This is up there. I know a lot of people don't like Red Rose Speedway. I like Red Rose Speedway for the most part, and I would put this up with Red Rose. Probably it's not the greatest thing he's ever done, but I am so happy if he never makes another album. And there's a little part of me that's kind of like, some people are like really selfish. We hope that there's more to come. He's 83 years old, right? We don't have much more coming from this guy, probably. If this was his last album, great way to end his career. I'm not saying that I hope this is his last album, but if it is, this is a great way to end his career. If you're on the fence about getting this album, and you really like McCartney, go get it, okay? Alrighty. But before you go get that, like, subscribe, and share. Like I say, every single video, I know he's going to do it again. I appreciate each and every one of you. I really sincerely do. Okay, so like and subscribe. I'll be back in a few days with a ranking video. I already know who I'm going to be ranking. I may have to do a preface video to prep you guys, because it's going to be interesting. It's an artist that is a lightning rod right now, and I almost feel like I want to do a video before I do that video, and so I may end up doing that. But right now, that is all. My review. Make sure I'm holding it up right. I'm blind, guys. Come on. The Boys of Dungeon Lane. McCartney's new record. Go out and get it today. Okay? All right. Until next time, everybody. Peace and love.